What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I hope you're all doing great. So Chelsea beat Wolves 3-0 in the Premier League. It's a very big win. I'm recording this video a day after the game has been played, and this was one of those games where it started painfully frustrating, but in the second half it just exploded and it just came back to life. And 3-0 might sound like it's like a very comfortable win, but it was far from comfortable, especially in the first half. And we're going to break it down half by half and analyze where the good was, where the bad was, and the moments that made a difference. So yeah, let's get straight to it. So let's talk about the first half. And honestly, it wasn't great. We had most of the ball, but there was no real spark in attack. The Wolves' defensive block was solid, was tight. They played with 5 players at the back, 4 midfielders, and just 1 player up top. So they came to park the bus. They came to sit back and defend. And the first half, they had a very solid unit. We tried a lot of possibilities, we tried a lot of angles, but we couldn't get through their defense. We also had some chances. Our players could have done better with the chances that they got, but for the most part of the first half, it was just same old, trying to get a result from the same strategies, and it wasn't really working. It wasn't really working at all, because Wolves came to park the bus and they had a very solid unit. The first half, they really stopped our attack, and we were also very slow in transition. I particularly had a problem with Pedro Neto up top. Whenever we tried to progress the ball and the ball got to him, he wasn't taking on his man. He would try something, and if it doesn't work, and he passes it backwards. I was really hating the backwards and the sideways passing that we're doing throughout the game. We have good players in the team. We have fantastic players in the team that I expect to be able to break down this defense, to be able to score goals, even though we are playing against a low block. But for some reason, we're not able to penetrate. We got some chances. There was a very good chance from Garnacho. Enzo lobbed the pass into the box, and Garnacho couldn't finish. He should have done better with that effort. And Enzo himself too came close to scoring twice. Early on the game, we had a free kick where effort was high, but it was dipping, and the keeper was there to make sure that it didn't go. And there was also a very dangerous corner that almost crept in, but the Wolves players on the line were able to clear it out. Enzo Fernandez, the first half, came close twice, but his performance in the first half was also very fantastic. He was controlling a lot of the ball. He was marshalling that midfield. He was the one in control. Every attacking play that we had in the first half, he was involved. And throughout the game, he was involved one way or the other, and I really liked his performance today. He really controlled the midfield. He captained the team very well, and you could feel his presence everywhere around the pitch. Garnacho looked very bright today. He looked very bright. For me, I think he should have gotten a goal today. Like the chance that he got earlier on, he should have scored. He should have buried it back. For some reason, he did it. But his crosses today were, almost all of them were perfect. It was just a shame that we didn't have the right people in the box to head it. In the first half, the crosses were so pinpoint, they were so accurate, but Liam Delap was nowhere to be found in the box. João Pedro was not there. Most of the crosses that were put into the box were just wasted. He was also taking his defenders on. He was running against them. He was dribbling past them, but the final product wasn't really reaching anybody. But Garnacho today was just fantastic. I wasn't a big fan of Chelsea signing him, but I've read certain things about his work rate and training. The players were given a day off before the training for this game starts, but Garnacho apparently didn't take it, and he even slept at Cobham. I mean, this is the kind of attitude we want to see from our players. We want to see them determined to succeed, and it seems like Garnacho is very determined to succeed. Maybe he's doing this because he also wants to be called up for the World Cup. Maybe that is the thing, but it's still going to benefit us. I like the work rate so far that he has been putting in, and you can see he's working very hard on the pitch. The last time he played, he was subbed off, and you could see the frustration on his face. He was very disappointed with his own performance. That is what I want to see from our players. And Garnacho's hard work in training really paid off in this game. We'll talk more about his contributions later in the review. So in the first half, Gurella also had a very good chance, and yeah, I think the shots, the efforts didn't have enough power, and I think Enzo Fernandez had a good idea of heading it to redirect the ball into the nets, because I think probably Cucurella's chance would have been saved or blocked, but Enzo redirecting it would have had a better chance of scoring, but unfortunately it went wide of the left post. So at halftime I was very, very worried, and you can understand why. A lot of the Chelsea fans were worried. I think that the fans in the stadium were booing the team, rightfully so, because it was very boring. The sideways passing, backwards passing, not aggressive enough, we're not daring enough. So that is why a lot of people were crying for Estevão to be playing this game. Estevão didn't start. Yes, we prefer seeing Estevão in the team, but sometimes we have to understand that he's 18 years old. I said this in my previous review. He's 18 years old. He's just coming to a new league. Like, the pressure on him is too much. I don't really blame us, the fans. I blame the players who are supposed to be doing what we expect them to do, and they are not doing it. João Pedro, he's a shadow of himself. What we saw in the Club World Cup. Liam Delap, I don't know what he's doing these days. Like this game, he was just going to ground so easily. Any small confrontation, then he's on the ground. Any small push is on the ground, and they are the ones supposed to be doing well for us. Pedro Neto has also dipped in form. They're the ones supposed to be doing well for us, but here we are looking to an 18-year-old to come and save us, and that's not ideal. We've spent a lot of money to bring these players in. They should be performing for us. The way I thought the season would go is not the way it has gone at all, but I hope slowly we improve. So going into the halftime, I was worried, but fortunately for us, the second half, Maresca had a plan. The second half started far better than the first half, and you could see we were more aggressive in the first half. I don't know what he told them. He didn't make immediate changes before the half started. He made changes later on in the half, but the players were different. The players had a new lease on life. They were pressing more, they were attacking more, they were being more direct. Garnacho on the left was putting in more crosses. My only worry was that whenever he crossed the ball, the attackers were not in the box. He crossed it, I think, twice before our goal came, and it was Malo that was in the box. You could see Malo was really trying to get a goal today. He was the one in the box. Liam Delap was nowhere to be found in the box. João Pedro was nowhere to be found where the crosses were coming through. I was getting a little bit frustrated, but we finally broke the deadlock. We finally scored a goal. Around the 55th minute, Garnacho found space out wide again, whipped in a brilliant cross, and Malo was there to head it in. He was very close to the keeper, and yeah, at that point, if he had missed it, it would have been so disastrous for him. But he scored, and he scored his first senior goal. I didn't even know this. I didn't know that he had never scored in his senior career. I thought it was just Chelsea that he hadn't scored for, but apparently when he was at Lyon too, he never scored for Lyon. So this is his first senior goal, and it was a brilliant header, and we took the lead, and I was very happy for him. You could see the passion on his face. You could see what it meant for him. He's been trying to take shots. Last season especially, he was taking a lot of shots. Some of them were saved, some of them were a little bit wayward, and some of them he was unlucky. I think he scored last season, but it was ruled off by VAR. I don't remember whether it was offside or it was a foul leading up to the goal, something like that, but it was cancelled by VAR. It was a very good goal too. It was better than this one, but I mean, a goal is a goal. He's going to take it any way he gets it. So I was happy for him, and we took the lead. After the goal, Wolves were more open. They now wanted to score too as well, because they sat back throughout most of the game leading to the goal, but now you could see that the intent to score was there, and they came close. They came close about 2 times, but their defense was now open. That gave us more chances up top, because we're now pressing and we're finding spaces that weren't there at first, and their defense. So it was good for us. It was very good for us. We were more open, and that's how our second goal came. Enzo made a very good change by bringing on Estevão. Estevão had an immediate impact. His first touches on the ball led to the goal. He got the ball, ran against 2 defenders, took 2 defenders on, something that you were expecting Neto to be doing more of in the first half, and put in a very good low cross. It deflected slightly off the Wolves defender and found João Pedro, who finished it brilliantly. This is why we're calling for Estevão to be on. As soon as Estevão came on, everything changed. He just brings in instant creativity and fearlessness. He made an immediate impact, and João Pedro's finish too was also very, very good. He made sure he buried that and didn't miss the chance. He had a chance like that similarly in the first half, and he missed it. So I'm happy that he scored this time, and we're 2-0 up. 2-0 up. For a neutral fan, you would think that yes, 2-0, they've obviously won this game, but no. But this is Chelsea, and as a Chelsea fan, I was still not comfortable, because some of the Wolves attacks, some of the Wolves counter attacks were very, very dangerous. They came close a couple of times to score, but they didn't. So anything could have happened. If they had scored one goal and it became 2-1, that finish would have been a very, very nervy one. But we needed a third goal. Estevão's introduction was exactly the kind of spark we needed in attack, because when he came on, our attack just changed. We're going more direct. He was taking defenders on. No matter how many defenders were around him, this guy was still driving into the box. The guy is very fearless. The guy is he's smallish, but he's very strong, and he doesn't fall down easily. He's very determined to score. I was really hoping that if he even gets a goal in this game. Wolves also tried to come into the game. One of their efforts to get into the game to get a goal resulted in our third goal, because just when Wolves were trying to push forward, Garnacho picked them apart again. I think it was a combination of Garnacho and Enzo. They were trying to get a ball in to make something happen for them, but it was cleared by Chalobah. It fell to Enzo Fernandez, who just hit a one-time beautiful pass to find Garnacho on the left side, who was also in acres of space. He was running with the defender. The defender was marking, but he was running the defender. The defender couldn't get close to him, ran into space and put in a low cross to find Pedro Neto, who finished it very, very well. Pedro Neto today wasn't the best, but he really took that goal very well, and he celebrated with Garnacho in Garnacho's celebratory style by going to sit on the advertising board. Pedro Neto is a very good finisher, but I don't know what it is that has happened to him these days, that he can't really get into the box like he usually does. He doesn't take players on like he usually does, and yeah, his crosses to a little bit off. The goal was a perfect example of how dynamic this front line can be when they click, and they little by little they are gelling, little by little they are clicking, and I'm just waiting for Palmer to come back to the team. The pairing between Fofana and Chalobah today was excellent. It was excellent. They are our two best defenders in the team, no doubt about that. Not even one mistake at the back. Sanchez was also very, very good. I like the strategy of Sanchez coming out to catch corners, catch long throws to prevent what has happened before from happening, because it seems like the Premier League, a lot of teams are now using the long throw strategy. A lot of teams are using corners to score goals. Arsenal, they really weren't. We've not resorted to that. We've not resorted to using long throws and stuff. Reece James could do that. Reece James have done that in the past. He has put long throws in the box under different managers. But under Maresca, I don't think we're resorting to that at all. Sanchez coming forward to catch the balls eliminates a lot of these issues. He comes forward to catch it with confidence. He's sure that he's going to make it, and he comes and takes it. Everybody was on point. Cucurella, fantastic as always. Caicedo in the middle, fantastic as always. Caicedo and Cucurella, I feel like they are staples. They shouldn't be changed. I know eventually we should rotate them, but they should be the first two on the lineup. They cannot be changed at this point. Caicedo and Cucurella, solid performances for them in, day out. Very good game at Stamford Bridge. Very good win. Very good 3 points from the day. It's one of those wins that feels both comfortable and important. This win pushed us second. At the time of recording, Man City, Liverpool have not played. Bournemouth have not played. So I don't know whether this second is definitely going to be temporary, because no matter what happens in the Man City Liverpool game, worst case scenario finish on fourth, best case scenario finish on third. So no matter what, we are still in the top four. A lot of teams drop points around us, so that gives us a push on the table. It's a very important win. We need this momentum to take us into the fixtures coming up in November. Very, very tough fixtures in November. There's going to be an international break, but we come back stronger. Anyway, guys, that's been my take on the game. Let me know in the comments who was your man of the match. Was it Enzo or Garnacho? It was very difficult for me to pick, but before Garnacho's assist I would have picked Enzo, but Garnacho's 2 assists edges him a little bit above Enzo. So for me, Garnacho is my man of the match. Let me know in the comment section if there were other things that I missed in the game. Let me know in the comment section if you have any other additions. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.